Hello world, it's March 17th, 2026. Welcome to a new edition of Cyber Briefing by Cyber Material. Cyber Alerts brought to you by 911 Cyber. Kony spreads NRAT via phishing. North Korean threat actors known as Kony are currently using spear phishing emails to gain unauthorized access to desktop KakaoTalk applications. Once inside a system, they steal sensitive documents and leverage the victim's trusted messaging account to distribute malware to specific contacts. CISA warns of exploited Wing FTP flaw. CISA has officially added a medium-severity information disclosure flaw in Wing FTP server to its list of actively exploited vulnerabilities. This bug, identified as CVE 2025-47813, allows attackers to discover the local installation path of the software, which can subsequently be used to facilitate more destructive attacks. ClickFix spreads MaxSync macOS Stealer. Recent ClickFix campaigns are using social engineering to trick macOS users into executing terminal commands that install an information-stealing malware known as MaxSync. By disguising instructions as legitimate AI tool setups or trusted platforms like GitHub, attackers bypass traditional security exploits by convincing victims to manually run malicious scripts that exfiltrate sensitive data. Cyber Events Out with the Old, In with the New is an online event on March 18th, 2026. The session explores how AI-driven platforms can replace legacy defenses by correlating signals across channels, disrupting social engineering campaigns, and improving human-focused security awareness. For more events, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber Incidents brought to you by 911 Cyber. TELUS Digital suffers major data breach. TELUS Digital is currently investigating a significant cyber attack carried out by the extortion group Shiny Hunters, which claims to have exfiltrated nearly 1 petabyte of data from the company and its clients. While the business process outsourcing provider has confirmed unauthorized access to its systems, it maintains that all operations remain functional and that there is no current evidence of service disruption. England Hockey investigates ransomware data attack incident. England Hockey is treating a potential data breach as a matter of urgent importance following claims by a ransomware group that it has compromised the organization's systems. The cybercriminal collective known as iLock reportedly managed to exfiltrate 129 gigabytes of data and has added the national governing body to its public list of victims. UK Companies House data flaw exposed. Companies House has restored its web filing service following a temporary shutdown to address a security vulnerability that had been active since October 2025. The flaw, which was reported by Dan Needle of Tax Policy Associates after an initial discovery by John Hewitt, allowed unauthorized access to the private dashboards and sensitive data of 5 million registered UK companies. Cyber jobs. Rain is hiring a security engineer in New York, United States for a hybrid role. The position focuses on application security, including vulnerability assessments, threat modeling, secure SDLC integration, and implementing security tools across CI/CD pipelines to protect fintech and payment systems. For more jobs, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber News, brought to you by 911 Cyber. Microsoft fix RRAS RCE in Windows. Microsoft has launched an emergency hot patch to address critical security flaws in Windows 11 enterprise systems that utilize specialized update paths. This specific update, KB5084597, eliminates remote code execution risks within the routing and remote access service management tool for devices that cannot easily undergo a standard reboot. FBI seeks victims of malicious Steam games. The FBI is seeking information from gamers who downloaded 8 specific Steam titles containing malware between May 2024 and January 2026. This investigation focuses on identifying victims of cryptocurrency theft and account hijacking linked to games such as Block Blasters, Chemia, and Tokenova. Tech Retail Unite against global scams. 11 major tech and retail giants like Google, Amazon, and OpenAI have committed to a new pact to exchange data on how fraudsters exploit their platforms. This collaborative effort, first reported by Axios, aims to create a unified front against increasingly sophisticated digital scams. Cyber tip of the day. Don't run copy-paste terminal commands from unverified sources. ClickFix campaigns are tricking macOS users into manually running malicious terminal commands that install the MaxSync information-stealing malware. By disguising instructions as legitimate AI tool setups or trusted platforms like GitHub, attackers steal credentials, passwords, and cryptocurrency wallet data. What to do. Never copy and paste terminal commands from pop-ups, ads, or unsolicited websites. Only install software directly from official vendor websites or the Mac App Store. Be cautious of instructions that require disabling security settings or entering your system password. Verify links carefully, especially when they reference popular tools like AI platforms or developer services. Use up-to-date security software and enable multi-factor authentication, MFA, wherever possible. If unsure, consult your IT team or a trusted security source before running any command. Why it matters? Because this attack relies on social engineering rather than technical exploits, traditional security tools may not stop it if users execute the commands themselves. Once installed, MaxSync can steal sensitive data like system credentials and crypto wallet data, putting both personal and professional accounts at serious risk. Cyber Book of the Day. Declutter and Defend by Alessio Rocci is a practical guide to simplifying your digital life while improving privacy and security. It helps readers reduce digital clutter, protect personal data, and build healthier tech habits to regain focus, productivity, and control in a hyper-connected world. For more books, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber Tool of the Day. Frida is a free and open-source tool used for dynamic analysis of running applications. It allows researchers to inject scripts into processes to intercept function calls, modify behavior, bypass protections like SSL pinning or root detection, and analyze memory without access to source code. For more tools, find the link in the podcast description. Cyber stocks. Cybersecurity stocks on Tuesday, 17th March 2026, traded with a slightly negative bias as broader technology markets remained under pressure from valuation resets and continued rotation within high-growth software. Palo Alto Networks closed at $167.45 and was lower as the stock continued to reflect post-earnings positioning and margin-related concerns tied to platform strategy. CrowdStrike ended near $411.54 and was lower, with high-growth endpoint security names seeing mild profit-taking amid broader software weakness. Okta closed at $84.91 and declined as identity security equities remain sensitive to ongoing multiple compression across software. Zscaler traded near $183 to $185 and was lower, with premium cloud security valuations facing pressure during continued tech rotation. Fortinet closed at $84.26 and was modestly lower, tracking softer sentiment in network security and enterprise spending outlooks. For more headlines, visit cybermaterial.com.